Hi and welcome back. Hi and welcome back. Today we're doing the update for Throwback 30 by Jessica Lee for the Fantastic Ladies. These are 30 products from the Fantastic Ladies that were voted on because you can't do everything. So this gives you a shot at sampling. Trying to go fast today because I need to get my daughter to a birthday party. So we'll jump in. First one is 12 Days of Christmas. We're trying to finish off the Pharmacy Honey Milk Toner for 8 minutes of milking. We're here. I really tried to get this finished by this update, but I would say 2 uses away, which is a little frustrating. But at that, it'll definitely be done by next update. 50 Shades of Black. We went with the Olaplex shampoo. We're trying to finish. There's no way at this point we're going to finish, but we did go from here to here. My guess is we'll get about halfway. But we're doing our best. 50 Shades of Brown. We brought in the Fenty Matchstick in amber to finish. We have depotted it. That is what's left. It's kind of all over, kind of chunky, but it's still working. We're still working through it. See, we bought it. We used it 85 times last year, and this year so far, for the 2 months, we've used it 10, 20, 30, 35 times. So we're chipping away at it. 50 Shades of Purple. We brought in the Notoriously Morbid liquid lipstick in the shade Good Girl for 50 uses. We have used it 25 times. Isn't bad for a purple, but I don't know if we're going to hit our goal. Similarly, 7 Deadly Pans. We went with Wrath, and we brought in the Azula lipstick to finish. I really thought we'd have a better shot at finishing this because it's such a great color. It just hasn't been going with the eyeshadows that have been rolling into products. So we have used this 19 times. And we now have another red in another project, which I have not marked this one yet, but I don't know if I'd even be able to with as little as it's been used. Ancient Mythos, we went with Artemis, which is a female-owned brand. We brought in the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. Used it 20 times last year. We've used it 3 times this year. And I think one of those maybe was this last month. Which is why I said I don't know if I'd even be able to mark it again. It's just, everything's cool toned. And I have all these warm tone lipsticks, and it's just, Another Pan Bites the Dust. We went with Bohemian Rhapsody, something that takes forever to finish. We brought in the matching conditioner, which is here, a little bit higher than the shampoo, but I think that's just the way it's settling, because they really should be about equal. I used 2 pumps of each. And I know, conditioner is supposed to be on the ends. I do not use the conditioner on the ends. I use the conditioner on the top, and then I put a hair mask on the end, and then I let them both sit for 10 minutes, and then I rinse it out. That's why I don't go through conditioner faster than shampoo like a normal person would. But I need the extra moisturizer from a hydrating hair mask to do anything on the ends. Conditioner won't touch them at all. Beauty and the Beast, went with Bimbet's, a trio. We brought in the Unearthly Surrender Blush trio. We want to use each one 30 times, and I'm happy to say we finally did that. This is done. This is rolled out. Which helps so much with all the blushes that I'm working on. Color pan, speaking of blush. I brought in the blush sticks. So there is no new mark, but last time it was just above this line. Now it's just below this line. Sometimes that happens, especially when it only gets, I think it got 2 uses. That's how much is left. We are trying to finish it. We used it 45 times last year. We've used it 13 times so far this year. But I have a lot of cream blushes still in projects. I've been doing good on rolling out powder. And more cream blushes keep coming in. I'm just not good at thinking of what's already in when I'm rolling in new projects, apparently. So Disney Princesses, we want Tiana, which is yellow and green. Yellow and green. We've used it 4 times. We were here last month. We are here this month. I know that's, if I remember right, this was 2 uses, this is 2 uses. Because when I do use it, it's full body. It just doesn't get used that often. It hasn't been used that often recently. I mean, there should have been a lot more than 2 uses. But, and this one's not because I was sick. Because I was using the other one while I was sick. It's been so dry. That stuff doesn't do anything. So I've been using a different CeraVe moisturizer. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I Heart the 90s. I went with Surge, which was a green product, and brought in the Unearthly lipstick in the shade Yummy, which is a dark, very blue-green. Brought this in for 30 uses. We are at 21. And with all the greens they're in, that one actually has a possibility. Lip Service, we brought in, as always, the Laneige Lip Mask. It's in for a finish goal. Of course, we won't hit that. It takes me 2 years to finish one of these, and this was brand new when we started. So we're trying to get to about the halfway point. We have used it 130 last year, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 uses this year, so we're at 180 total. It's not quite every day, but it's most days. Night Bear Before Christmas. Brought in the Milk Black lipstick in the shade Bane. Almost said the shade, but that's their liquid black. This is Bane. We brought it in for 15 uses. A little smarter on this one. We've used it 9 times, and that is not a change from the last update because I have not used this at all in February. That 70s pan, we want the alarm clock, something round. Brought in the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods perfume. I don't know if you can even see it. We were down here last month. And as you can see, we did finish off that last. There's a tiny bit of liquid. I cannot get out for anything. But that one is done. It's already been in the empties for January. It's been done. I mean, you saw how little was left. We updated on the 28th, and it was done by the end of January. That's Expensive is our last one. We brought in the Dior lip oil to try to finish. Oh, and I didn't mark it. I'm so good at marking everything. So I went from there to there. last couple months with this dries, it's seen a pickup of use. We used it 65 times last year. We've used it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 times. And that was with the 4 uses since I did my makeup yesterday. I marked it off. We had, between yesterday and today, and this morning, we had 4 uses. 4 additional uses. So we are at, let's see, 90 plus 65, so that's 155 uses. It's a little over halfway. I'm trying. I really am. I do not know why I own so many lip products. I do not know why I keep rolling in so many lip products. But that is it. And that is the last update for the month since our last little tab hasn't started yet. We have one intro still to come, I believe in April is when Graveyard starts. But that means our next update will be Panda's eyeshadows on the 1st of March, which is my daughter's birthday month. And then we'll start all of these all over again. So we will see you then. Bye.